What up, everybody? How you guys doing today? So today I'm going to be doing a Planet Coaster park recreation. This is going to be the Funplex Myrtle Beach. So I actually work there. So I figured I'd make this park because I can't really make any big parks like Cedar Point or anything because I am playing Planet Coaster on the PS5. So the Oswald counter thing like really takes away, like I could build like a fourth of Cedar Point and then run out of space. So I couldn't build the entire park at all, which is kind of dumb. I really wish I could build stuff like that. But I just can't, unfortunately. But I figured I could build this park really well because I work there, so I know the park, like what it looks like. And it's a very small park. This park is probably the smallest amusement park in the entire world. It takes up less than an acre. So, yeah. All right, so we're just going to get straight into the rides. I'm not going to build the coaster yet, but we are going to get the names on there. So, let's do that. You guys can hear my clock right there. So, Fun in the Sun, that is the coaster there. So this is a SBF Big Air. This entire park is provided by SBF Visa. So this is a SBF Big Air coaster in real life, which is basically a hamster wheel coaster. So there's 2 hamster wheels on the front, and then 4, or maybe it's 3. I want to say it's 4, but it's probably 3. Spinning cars in the back, so that is what Fun in the Sun is. It basically wraps around the entire park, so that's what we're going to do. There are 7 rides here, and all the rides in this in the Funplex Myrtle Beach are not in this game, so we have to get creative a little bit. For example, the hamster wheels are not in the Planet Coaster game, so kind of has to get creative with that. So this is going to be the drop tower at the park, Sky Velocity. These colors are not right, by the way. I will get them right soon. This carousel is going to be the Sunny Day Swing just because it's we need a lot of compact rides. We can't have a ton of big spread out rides because, like I said, this park is going to be small. And this coaster is also small, the Fun in the Sun, and that has to wrap around the entire park. So it really cannot be big. We also have to have paths and queue lines, and we also have to build a restaurant and restrooms. So it really is going to be a complex build. Probably shouldn't be starting out with this, but you got to do what you got to do. So this is going to be a pretty big ride, actually. We have Rising Raptor and the Golden Eagle. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we use. I guess we'll use the Rising Raptor. This will serve as Mock Fun, which is a user-controlled experience at Funplex, where you can control exactly what you do. So it's pretty awesome. I love that ride. So very excited to have that. I mean, it's not as cool, anywhere near as cool in this park, but it still goes up. Okay, so that is that side of the park done. So obviously there's no entrance for Sky Velocity. So over here, we have 3 more rides. We have Hook and Slice, which I believe, let me look again. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was this one we're going to use, the Free Flyer. So we're going to call this Hook and Slice. Hook and Slice is like a SBF reverse time, which is essentially like almost like a Gravitron type thing, but it you're facing the outside, so you get airtime. So it's pretty cool. This is the closest thing I could find that leans up. So the thing actually does have teacups in this game, but as you can see, they're absolutely huge. Like if we had just like one of these, it would be perfectly fine. We could add it to the park. It'd be perfect size, but it is not. So we cannot use that. We also can't use this because this is huge. Also, we have to have another ride over here. So for the teacups, how big is this? That's also pretty large. For the teacups, we are going to use, I can't find it, this thing. Since you can spin them, and it's basically like the same thing. So we're going to call this Hang 10 Silly Cups. Hang 10 Silly Cups. There we go. Just so we get a lot of people in the door, I think I'm going to make the admission price like $10 for adults and like $8 for kids, maybe even $5, just so we have a lot of people coming into this park, because this park is going to be great if it has a bunch of people in there. It'd be a great atmosphere. So we have a couple of options for Up and Overboard. We have Zozo, which actually does take up a lot of space, so it probably won't be this, and it has absolutely horrible capacity. This takes up basically no space, but it's Up and Overboard supposed to be a pretty big and grand ride, and this really is not. It's the exact same ride, but it's just not. What I'm thinking for Up and Overboard is either a zipper, which does not take up a lot of space, but it does kind of have the same idea, or this. But this is a lot more insane than Up and Overboard, but I guess we'll use it. Looper 1. We're not going to call it that. We're going to call it Up and Overboard. So I'm not exactly sure how many episodes this is going to be. Probably like 2 or 3. It's not a huge park, so there's not going to be a ton to do. I'm going to try and make these episodes like maybe 20 to 30 minutes at most. And then we'll go from there. All right, so we have all the rides laid out. Actually, in their formation, how they are going to look. But everything will be a lot more compact. So let's start working on this entrance, actually. So I think this is going to be a pretty good place to just have the entrance. You'll come in. So let's add some restaurants, or the restaurant. So it has to be pretty big. Food shops will do just a couple food things. I just want to have like one little restaurant thing with a couple things to get. Sushi. Oh, okay, that's just sushi. We don't want that. That'll work. So that's... What is that in there? Subs or chicken? I don't know, I think it's sub. Alright, y'all, so I guess we're just going to serve subs in this park. And then to the side, we will also have some drinking stuff, energy drinks, which we're going to want to have a water. So I will add this right here. But over here, I will add like a neutral thing, like what would everybody like? I mean, come on, everybody would want pizza. So I will add a pizza thing right here. And I also want to add a water because everybody wants water. That's a lot of the things what just people want in this game. Water. And then people will be okay. So we'll link that path up. Maybe. That will work. Maybe. Come on. Get in there. So then on this side, we will have, I guess we'll add a little gift shop since we're here. On this side. That's pretty large. Bigger than I wanted it to be, but it's all right. Then we'll add 2 toilets on this side. I want to have it like, yeah, I think there's like 2 in this one. Yeah. And is there anything else that we need? We could use a first aid thing, of course. That would work. And then we could have one more thing over here. We could have... What is there? Is there like a tiny restaurant, like the tiniest restaurant ever? We could add that right there to really round out this area. So whatever you have to do in the park, do it right here. Except admission, and we'll have a couple information booths at the front too. But mainly this is where you're going to be going if you want things during the park while you are here. So if you gotta go pee, you'll go there, and if you want to get a gift, you can go there. So I actually am going to back this up a little bit. Not a ton, but just a tiny bit. Just so we can add an information booth. I don't want to make it look like that. So on either side, we'll add that right there. I'll add an ATM on one side too. Kind of need it. Alright, so we'll have information and then ATM on the other side. Told you, this park is going to be compact. Like, this is the midway. This is probably the largest the midway is going to get through the entire park. So let that be scary to how packed this park. If this park gets slammed, it sucks. It will suck. But the atmosphere will be great. Kinda. Depends what you look for in a park. So now I guess we should place the rides, and then we can build the roller coaster. So the teacups can be right there. Now how much wiggle room do we have? All right, so we have the border right there. And then we will do this. The Rising Raptor, aka Mach Fun, will be right there. We will have Sky Velocity sitting right there. And then the Sunny Day Swing in the back. Shown right there. So that looks all really great right there. Hook and Slice needs to be added very closely right there. We can even back this up a little bit probably. We just need to get 2 little queue lines through there. And then up and overboard needs to be literally crammed right up against these rides, like right there. As close as possible. There we go, that'll work. Even if I could get these in a little bit more, that would be awesome. Remember, this park needs to be compact. Like, this is going to be a midway right here to get to these rides. It's going to be pretty insane. All right, I guess this can't get much more compact, unfortunately. And then the coaster will go right there. We got to get it perfectly there. Actually, no, we have to flip around the station. No, we do not need it to be that long. Actually, we need it to be a little longer. There we go. I guess to end out this video, we will make the coaster go around, and then we will end this video. And then in the next video, we will add all the entrances and hopefully open up. That would be great. I'm actually going to close the park, though, because we don't want people coming in here. We haven't built benches or anything like that, so we don't want to get a bad rating right off the bat. How tall are we? 63 feet. That is way too tall. This ride is like 20 or 30 feet. Like, this does not need to be a steep lift hill at all. There we go. That's perfect. We could even get this a little closer to the... not really comfortable getting much closer than that, but the point is we need to get really close, so because we only have a little drop and a little hill to play with before we need to be over here and going around. So yeah, I mean, we can actually make this station a little longer because we have to make it all the way around up and overboard. This ride is not designed to be this big, but we actually do have to make a design change because we are going to be making this ride a little bigger than I would have wanted to. But that's just because this park is a little bigger than it should be. But gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, everything has to be a little more dramatic than it should be. Okay, let's see. If we put this on, let's say 5, yeah. Let's see what happens. So it'll go up the lift hill at that speed. It'll probably be somewhere around there. We can't put a lift up there, obviously, so that's kind of why it has to go a little faster. Just do it. It'll make it up there. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, come on. You made it. And this coaster cycles around 3 times per cycle. So, yeah, it will be going quite a lot. So right here, we're going to be adding a very tiny airtime hill. Not really airtime hill, but a hill. Yep, just like that. Make that a very wide. Just make everything huge, honestly, because we have to get all the way over here. And then right here, we can start turning a little bit. We can go back up a little bit. and then turn in again. There we go. Okay. So let's see how that works. Please do not valley. Yeah, this is really looking like it already. So here comes the coaster coming around. I might speed up the top a little bit just so it'll not crawl through this completely, because it really is. It's not supposed to crawl this much. So there it goes, going around that final turn. It looks like it's doing a morning test run right now. There we go. Okay. So we will make it lapping 3 times. And we'll make it go at 3, and then at the very top, it'll just accelerate to 6. Just so it'll really get up there. There we go. We'll see how this looks. That looks pretty good in terms of going up. And then right here, it'll pick up speed and just whiz over the top. Not exactly whizzing, but at least it doesn't look like it's going to valley right there. Then it goes through the rest of the layout a lot nicer. That looks a lot better than how it was just crawling. Yeah, this park should have a very lively atmosphere once we get some more buildings in. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. That is the start and almost already of building the Funplex Myrtle Beach in Minecraft. In the next video, we will be finishing off the park, adding all the paths. We will be also making the rides look like themselves. We'll be adding the front gate entrance sign that says the Funplex Myrtle Beach, adding trees around this, and then opening up the park to all the guests. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. The link to the merch will be in the description below. If you guys want more Planet Coaster and gaming videos, definitely let me know. And yeah, other than that, aim high, not low, and never quit. Peace.